Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
We here. How y'all doing?
Would you take my polish off?
If you wanted me to take your polish off, down.
I said it like 3 times.
Gosh.
We
You see
gonna
her
wait
big
up.
ass feet.
It's the camera. Don't even try to play me. But anyway, we're gonna rate for a few ladies that may still be up. You're rude.
It's just your foot look like enlarged right there.
I'm sorry, she rude. Anyway,
All jokes, all jokes.
she always messing with me. She always messing with me.
All jokes.
Hello.
Wave at her.
That's
What did you do?
I hit wave, and that was the only thing I did.
Oh, you did something else.
Excuse me.
Y'all see feet again? It's cute, yeah.
Whatever. Ooh, why you gotta be all rough and stuff?
Really? I'm not being rough.
Oh, it's like she gonna take the skin off.
Really? No, it don't. Quit being a whiner. Golly.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's trying to take my polish off so we can pay our toesy woesies, but she's the only one who got gel on her nails.
Shalom.
Bye. Go watch TV.
You see the
Anyway.
manual labor I'm doing.
Oh my God.
I don't get paid enough for this.
It's barely off anyways. Look, babe, look. She trying to
What is
Faith,
you doing?
Faith, can we help you?
Right. No.
She trying to show herself. Say hey.
Hi.
Okay, go now.
Go
Go
watch TV.
Go watch TV. What's coat?
No, you told me.
Oh.
Okay, bye, baby. Go watch TV. Yeah, bye. She all rough and stuff. Anyways,
That's how them Chinese people be. What?
coat.
Oh my gosh.
It's coat. It was coat that night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to be discussing tonight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, cold.
Oh my gosh. Shut up.
What is considered a healthy relationship? Oh my God, it's cold.
Well, you do it then, cause you. Whoa. What you doing,
Turn the light back on. Turn the light on, Faye.
bro? You going in there with your sister?
I'm sorry, we have a intermission.
Nah. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Baby getting put out.
Bye-bye.
She getting put out, y'all.
You not eating. No. No one eats. Hey. Let me bring here before I can eat it. She start hugging her.
She left me over here by myself, do my toes. Ooh, can you get the filer? So I can file.
Oh,
I mean, you already up, don't you think?
you bug.
Anyway, so we're gonna be talking about, ladies, what do we consider a healthy relationship?
Yes.
No, I needed a nail filer.
Then that's all there is in here.
No, I don't like that one. Not
Oh
the
my
nail.
gosh.
I was trying to get it good.
Oh.
She's such a crybaby, I tell you, boy. And I'm the baby. And she like the baby. So,
See this work.
okay, thanks. Hold on. I was trying to get it in there good. What? Something happened. Cause you hear them in there. Ooh. Ow. So yeah.
All right,
Let's
ladies.
move on. I'm sorry. We trying to get our life together, you know.
Okay.
Life of a mom.
Right. Never done. Okay. So, what is considered a healthy relationship? So, I started looking up healthy. And healthy means possessing or enjoying good health or sound or vigorous mentality. So I was like, do your relationship show that it's enjoyable? That would kind of create the feeling of it being healthy. Is it like a sound type of relationship? Is it strong? Is it secure? Those are all traits to have a healthy relationship. I was talking to a sister tonight, and I was asking her too, what she thought of the topic as well. And she was giving me her input. And Callie, thank you, girl. But yeah, so I was thinking about like when dealing with a relationship period, you have to have security. You have to feel secure within the relationship. Communication is key. Because nobody wants to be in a relationship where none of you guys can talk. And none of you guys, nobody wants to be in a relationship where you feel like you're the only one giving. And this is not just being in a relationship with a man or your husband or your boyfriend or significant other or whatever. This is a relationship across the board. Even with females too.
With family, all relationships.
Yeah.
We're talking about all relationships, not just a spouse relationship.
Right. So, dealing with relationships, it can get tricky at times.
Hello.
It can get tricky at times because it's like, do I want this person to really give me what I'm giving them? And then you also have to reciprocate that back too. And so if they're feeling a certain type of way about you, and you're feeling a certain type of way about them, it should be equitable. Nobody should be like this in a relationship, But love should definitely be in the relationship. I think that's like top notch for me. Feeling the love, feeling appreciated, feeling what is that word? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Admired and I can't think. Shoot, I hate when I do that. But shoot, I can't think right now. But anyway, hi sis. But relationships should always be equitable. You should be getting something out of the relationship just like they are. Go ahead if you have something.
Oh, I thought you was in the middle of talking. I'm over here trying to get this out more time.
Well, you said you had something, so that's why I was.
Well, just basically referring to what we talking about. We're not talking about just spouse relationship. We're talking about it can be a business relationship, it can be a friendship, or it could be a spouse relationship. And it's certain things that you should want in that relationship and what you want to look for in a relationship. Is communication there? Is they giving you the same amount of time that you're putting out. Basically, whatever you put out is they doing the same thing, basically. And if not, then that shows you where, if they start doing that in the beginning of the relationship, that shows you how this relationship gonna go.
Those are red flags.
Basically, you're gonna be the one doing all the work and putting all the effort in.
Mm-hmm.
And who wants to do all of that? When a relationship, it takes two to deal with something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So always just look for those things.
Yeah.
You want to have healthy people. You don't want to be around a person where they always talking about, girl, this, or I don't know why. Like, it's always negativity when you're around them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to feel that. You want to be around people that's going to get you to grow and get you where you need to be
Mm-hmm.
at all times. And that's what a relationship is. You're supposed to help each other grow. It's not one-sided. Well, I'm feeding to you, but I'm not going to receive nothing back. No. If you see that now, then you don't need to be in that relationship.
Right. Yep. So like I said before, the relationship needs to be an enjoyable relationship. Like, it has to have like honesty, security, trust, forgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
self-awareness, and it's just more of, you know, if you've done something wrong within the relationship, you know, you should be able to address that issue. And issues do come up, whether they're right or wrong, but issues do come up. So you guys are adults, you know, talk it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know, hey, I have this issue with you, or, you know, this happened, you know, you hurt my feelings, something. Don't harbor, you know, stuff that goes on in a relationship, because it makes it weighty, and, you know, you want to be free flowing in the relationship. Do the person take what you say as, like, you know, hey, this is something I want to change, or this is something I want you to change, you know, and that's important too, because you want to make sure that you're being heard.
She crying. She needs to come back in.
But yeah, the lack of understanding could also be, you know, part of something that goes on in a relationship. But oh my gosh, hold on, y'all.
Kids. Not to put.
Go and fill in the entry.
But overall, it's like certain things you want to look in a relationship, because you don't want to wait years from now being in a relationship. Go eat. You don't want to wait years from now and really find out that true person's intentions. I'm sorry, we got the baby. I'm sorry, in the background, but. Sorry about that. We got the baby crying. She's speaking loud. But, yes, so I feel like, you know, being in this type of relationship, you have to know your self-worth and know that you don't want to force something. And if you feel like it's a part of you where you have to force it, then why you in it? Why would you want to force a relationship? Why would you want to do that? If that's how this relationship gonna start off, where it seems like you're first forcing it, you're doing basically all the work, leave them where they be. You need to leave them where they be, because that's me. They ain't gonna do you no good come in the future. they don't want to see you make it, so they not gonna want to see you make it. They not gonna plant into you a good seed where you can take that seed and regurgitate it. I think I said that word right.
Regerminate.
Like,
I don't even know what you're saying, girl. I just walked in.
excuse me.
You saying regerminate?
No. Like when somebody give you something and you put it out again. Regurgitate.
Regurgitate? Okay.
Yeah. Just trying to make sure I said it right, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what you were saying.
You see.
Okay, so she said, so let's say
Yeah,
that
okay.
you admit
It says
to
more.
someone, huh?
Good.
That you have hurt their feelings, but you are told to remove yours. But
He ain't gonna say if you wrote it. Say it loud so everybody can hear it.
they don't want to hear you. But they give all their attention.
What you say? I can't hear. You didn't talk on low.
Okay.
Say it loud.
So let's say that you admit to someone that you have hurt their feelings, but you are told to remove yours. But they are in theirs when you mistakenly hurt theirs. So they don't want to hear you, but give all the attention when you hear how they've hurt you. Are you saying hurt you or hurt her? So, I mean, it still goes back to what we said, you know, being a listening ear, and just being open to the next person's feelings, because everybody has feelings, and even though, you know, people may portray like, you know, they're rough or they're hard or whatever, but you still have like a side of you that if people press them buttons or whatever, you'll go off. You know, and so it's like the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a freaking lie. That is such a lie, because words do hurt. Words stick with you. Just think about everybody that has ever talked to you negatively, you know, in your life. That hurt you. I know, you know, when I was coming up, I was called, you know, black skillet and, you know, crispy critter and, you know, just silly stuff like that. But those things stuck with me, and I hated it, because I'm like, that's what I thought I was. I thought I was those things. But I know that, you know, I'm not, you know, ugly. I'm not a crispy critter, you know, but or a tar baby. I was called that one too, just for being, you know, dark skinned. But just know that your feelings matter just as well as the other person's matter. Nobody's above reproach when it comes to feelings, how you guys are experiencing each other, all of that stuff. So, all right. She said it was both ways. She said, but I was told to remove my feelings, and I'm sorry. I am to give an ear and open. I'm sorry. I am giving an ear to open and hear her. When it was me, I have to get over it. Yeah.
You get those people. I hate those people
I
that
don't like them either.
they want you to hurry up and forgive and forget.
Right.
But when you do something to them, it's World War III. Oh my! I can't believe you did that to me. I can't, like, really.
Right.
Like, are you for real right now? Are you gonna play the victim as if you didn't hurt me? As if you didn't
do
do
nothing.
no wrong? Like, it's just all of me? No. And if you see that, how that relationship gonna be,
That's
and
not
if
a
it
relationship
start off
you
like
want.
that, then no.
Nope, that's
Move
not
on.
a relationship that you want. And she said she was her best friend. She said she want the relationship to smooth out. I mean, have you tried talking to her? I mean, that's a good approach too. Like, if there is an issue, like, you know, have you guys talked it out? Because maybe she needs to hear your side if you haven't said anything. I know a lot of times, like, if there's an issue or a problem, you know, within our home, you know, we'll talk about it and, you know, deal with it accordingly, but not to the point where, you know, we're harboring, you know, and that's why I said, you know, don't harbor, you know, how you feel. Express it. Express it. Hello, all those who are joining us. Also, when people feel like they have lack of entitlement, like they just feel like they're entitled because, hey, I've done this and I've done that, and, you know, I'm better than you in some area or whatever. That's not a good relationship partner. Also, self-care.
No.
Self-care is important, especially because you have to make time for you. You have to figure out what's important to you and really focus on that. Have compassion, empathy, sympathy, understanding. And these are all things that I was really struggling with, but now, you know, I'm getting better with my how I'm dealing with certain things too. So, you know, that I can help other people. You said, see, she heard my side, but she's been one-sided.
Yeah. Then that relationship ain't gonna work. And if it been like that the whole entire relationship, then nope. It's okay to have a best friend and y'all start growing apart from each other. It's okay to let people go. Like, I know from somebody I know, they been friends for 30 years and it was just that time to cut them off because they started to see certain things that they didn't see before.
And sometimes you gotta do like this concept that I was taught a while ago, and I think Ben mentioned this too. The confess, bless, and release. So you confess, like you said, you done went to her, you talked to her about whatever. Oh, and then you bless her. You bless her out, and then you release it. It's the concept of Jacob when he went to Esau, and it's found in the Torah. I forget the scripture, but I know it's in the Torah. But when he went to, I think Jacob was trying to leave to go somewhere. I think he was leaving the town or whatever, and his brother was Esau. He was trying to basically stop him, and so he had to make a decision whether he was going to go with his brother or he was going to stay where he was at. So he decided to, you know, not go with his brother. And so because he didn't go with his brother was trying to do some little sneaky things on the side, even though he said that he was cool. And so you gotta watch out for them people too, because they ain't being truthful with themselves. And then they still want to have a little trap set up for you too. You know, regardless of, even though you made amends with it, but because they still harboring, they still stuck on it.
Go in there and read it.
It's hard for them to release it. So now you need to release it. Put it back on the accuser. You know, that's like if somebody like offended you. Yeah. You basically would put that offense on that person. Put it back on them because you don't need to hold on to it no more.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to hold on to it no more. You need to release it. So,
Okay.
Boy,
like
Boy.
we said,
daddy,
about 10 years plus
boy,
friendship.
they woke up.
Yeah.
Oh, I.
We all been in them type of relationships, you know,
Mhm.
friendships, you know, with other sisters or whatever, and you know, stuff happens.
You just have to cut it off and keep it moving. It's not the end of the world.
And then who's to say you
And
can't make
probably-
another friend?
They probably was there for that season.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to move on.
Yeah, who's to say you can't make another friend, you know, with somebody else? Because a lot of times when you know,
Lose
get
one,
rid,
you
yeah, lose
gain
one,
one.
yeah. So it's like, it's all good.
Like,
It's all
that
good.
shouldn't even bother you.
But you know, sometimes we say that, but it still hurts.
Yeah, it can hurt, but don't be trying to force something either that you know is toxic. Why keep dragging on something that's toxic? Don't make no sense.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like from the standpoint of, okay, I've been hurt so many times. Now you done built up this wall,
Mm-hmm.
and so now it's like, you know, I can't let people in.
Yeah,
I
I'm
felt
not
like-
saying that. I'm not saying that, but like
Yeah, that's over too.
where? Yeah, I know.
Your top
It's
or
real
your
late.
big toe. No, it
Yeah,
looks
oh, it is.
messed up though.
Let me tell, but I didn't remove.
It's messed up.
No, it's because
Oh.
this my nail grow funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's what I was talking about. Cause I know I felt that way before towards certain people too, and it made me have trust issues. Where I didn't wanna let nobody in, even though they was trying to. I didn't want to, because I'm like, I don't want to put myself in harm's way, and I don't want to open myself up either.
Right.
And so it's like now, my husband is always on me. Hey, you gotta let people in, let people out. You gotta be like the tent flap, you know, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, okay, okay. But it's hard for me, and it's like, because he is the way that he is, it's like he's a little bit more open. I be looking at people and I'm like,
Too open.
yeah, no,
Mhm. Yeah.
no. Mm. So that's the difference between us, and it's been like that for years. Cause I used to tell him, like, you know, when we were younger, they using you.
Mhm.
But it's like he don't. Sometimes like men don't see that. Like, you know, they want to be friends with everybody too, and that's cool.
Mhm.
'Cause we
Too
get
much
like
of a
that too.
friend.
We get like that too. We get like that too. But at the end of the day, like, know yourself.
Right.
Know your limitations. You know this gonna tick you off. Don't be in a relationship with nobody that has triggers always.
Right. Every little thing you do, it's like you gotta walk on eggshells. Like, girl, just leave them alone. Cause it's not worth it, and it's not worth the stress and the headache. Okay.
Mm-mm. You definitely don't need that. We don't need no added
Because
stress.
when you have friends, it should not be no added stress. It should be a relief to like get away, basically.
Like, you should have an oasis of friends.
Yes.
That'd be dope. Like, you can just call one of your girlfriends up and be like, hey girl, you know, I'm doing such and such and such. You know.
That's a decent color.
Yeah, it's pretty.
We painting toes and doing live, sorry.
Multitasking.
Gotta.
But yeah, you should be able to like call your girl
Yeah.
up and tell her, you know, hey, I'm doing, you know, how you doing? You know, y'all talking, vibing and stuff like that. I like them conversations. I really do. Because those, you get the best out of the relationship, out of the friendship.
Really. You so silly.
She's funny.
Funny. Yes,
Excuse me.
babe. No juice. No. You get milk. Go get your cup.
Hmm?
No juice.
Mommy said no.
That is so funny that she's only 2 and they throwing fits. like a 2-year-old throwing fits. Oh my god! But you
And
know,
she slammed the door.
trying to slam it though, it didn't even slam. That's what she
Who's
get.
banging on the door?
Girl, these kids. But we just gonna close out. But like we were saying, just like certain things that you may see in the beginning of a relationship, where it could be a spouse relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be family wise. If you start seeing stuff where it seems like you always giving the effort, you the only one reaching out, it just seems like you're the one that's pushing that relationship through, cut them off. If it seems like they be quick to tell you something, but you can't say nothing to them, cut them off. Because at the end of the day, it's going to round up being a big headache for you. And you might just snap, and it might be worse than what it should have been in the beginning.
Cut 'em off.
So, she funny. But in all reality, it's okay to let people go and just let them alone. Just leave people alone.
Well, and stop letting people in your intimate space too that don't need to be there.
Right. People need to build up to get into that.
Yeah, everybody should
That
have
wall.
access to you like that, like easy access. Like as soon as they call you, now you're obligated for their call.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got this emergency. Oh, can you help me with this emergency? But I'm doing something here. Well, I ain't got nobody else. Now you're obligated. No,
Yeah.
you're not obligated. You can say no. It's okay to say no.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. And I had to learn that too. Because you don't want to be a yes man or a yes woman. You know, you want to have
Especially
your
if
own
you
mind.
married and stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for it. Not at all. Not
Girl,
at
she
all.
done about to piggyback out. My baby is a mess, girl. But for those who had missed earlier, we did our gender reveal, and it is on the woman's perspective. And yes, we are Team Blue. Baby boy coming. September the 2nd is the due date. So we adding to number 9. Number 9.
See? Blue, baby. Blue.
She's extra. That's why I don't take her nowhere.
I had blue on.
Blue, well, I got yellow on, so it's a neutral color, but it's for a boy. But anyways, you get the picture. But we will be back with another live next Monday. Please follow our pages, our family page, Taylor Family Empire,
On IG.
yes, and A Woman's Perspective,
On IG.
and our Facebook page,
On Facebook.
A Woman's Perspective. Oh, our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Hit
Yes.
that like
Yep,
and
yep, yep.
subscribe. And it is A Woman's Perspective as well on there. Yeah, you dance.
I ain't got that though. Well, y'all ladies have a lovely evening.
Yeah, you gonna say good night?
Night.
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 Say bye.
Bye.